Hey there. So, this is really bright. It's Friday, and I thought I'd stream the unboxing of some pens I got in the mail. Um, yeah, so I got 3 pens from China. They arrived really quickly, way faster than I expected. It only took 7 days, which is kind of a miracle for China Post. When I was back in Beirut, it used to take up to 2 months sometimes. But hey, that's how it is, I guess. So, 3 pens, each from a different brand, but all from the same store. And at least the shopping experience itself was pretty good, so I would definitely buy from the store. I forgot the exact name. It's something like JZPLH11 or something like that. I can find it and maybe link in the description for this video later. I also got a modern Parker Duofold Centennial from Bertram Zinkwell that was being sold for a pretty good price that Oscar was advertising on the Slack. So there's that, and there's finally Franklin Christoph case I got from Massdrop that I forgot about. So without further ado, it's time to show the boxes. Hey David. So first of all, yeah, I got delivery because it's Friday. I don't feel like preparing food, but hey, here are the boxes, and this would be way easier if I had a tripod to hold this phone, but we'll do this one-handed because fuck it. So this is a Moonman M2. I've got to say, a lot of these Chinese companies have stepped up their packaging game, and you'll see it especially with the third pen, the Pen BBS. Already got a sneak peek about it. So this is a Moonman M2. Everyone knows this pen at this point. When it first started hitting the scene, it was just called the Lekai Demonstrator, and I think it got so popular that they like iterated and made like a second version. And I'm not sure why they settled on the name Moonman, but here you go. Look at the dexterity. So right off the bat, this kind of reminds me of the TWSBI Ecos packaging. It's this frosted plastic case with some red paper. Yeah, that's very familiar. But hey, it wouldn't be Chinese if they weren't cribbing off of someone. And that's it. This is a eyedropper pen, and they even give you an eyedropper with it. Is this glass? No, it's acrylic. Yeah, it's still fine. Just wouldn't expect glass at the price point. Note to self, buy phone tripod for more of these. It's awkward. Okay, so this also looks familiar. It's not what I would call a ripoff. So how's the size of the M2 in hand? I'll tell you soon enough. Seems fine. It's a tiny bit short, maybe a bit small for my hand. I'm kind of glad I didn't get the one Kai now at this point, although that one does have a screw to post cap. So if I post, does this post? Kind of. I don't think it's the most secure posting, and it looks kind of awkward. Kind of posts. So yeah, in hand it's fine. It fits. It's a bit small. No, I'm not so sure about this. I kind of wish I got if they had something bigger. But yeah, so let's see, nib, just iridium point fine. So ever since I saw these, I'm 100% certain, because I know that Chinese pens, some of them do rip off others 100%, and even if they change the name, I'm not cool with the ones that are basically like Safari copies or Sailor copies. And this one, it's kind of a Pocket 66, but Not really, because it has like the pointed ends. Like it's hybrid between like the 66 and 65, and it's like a Pocket 65 if there ever was one, just with like pointy, at least pointy cap. I do like the details they have on it though. For a $12 pen, I think it's. So I didn't mention. Hey, Christine, the Pocket 66. It's got a number 5 nib, so it's like a Pocket 65 in a way. It also does have this little metal ring here, and it's kind of the same, but not exactly the same. And it's also not trying to sell itself as a Franklin Christoph, so yeah, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this. Worst case, I'll give it away to the pay it forward table or something. Because also carrying a demonstrator that's also a eyedropper all the time, not too keen on that. So that's the Moonman M2. Yeah, Moonman M2. I got to try it. Don't see what the hype about it is. It's not a bad pen, just nothing amazing. Time to pull out the knife. I kind of wish I had something that opened with one hand. There we go. Some tricks. I don't even need the knife anymore. I'm gonna go vertical on you guys for a little bit. Okay. Sorry about that. But as I said, no tripod, so it's something I'll have to buy. So this next pen is not a Lamy. It looks like a Lamy box. This is actually Wing Sung. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what these Wing Shang, which is, I don't know, my Mandarin's rusty, but yeah, they totally cribbed the Lamy style, but yeah, Wing Sung is one of those also companies that like does get inspired by designs, but also iterates on them, like on the 698 is and similar to a Diamond 580, but it has like the locking piston thing. They have the 618, which is a Parker 51 style pen with that mechanism, and this one is the 601, which is yet another Parker 51 lookalike, but it has a draw filler. Let's get out. Yeah, that's right, it's moving out. So this is the light blue color. So yeah, this is pretty much a Parker 51 knockoff. And you uncap it. It's got a little ink window, which is a nice touch. I don't remember what nib I got on this, but they're all pretty fine anyway. But unlike most 51 knockoffs, it's not a aerometric filler, it's actually a vacuumatic. And let's see if I can. Close pretty tight. Hold off a second. Ah, there we go. Yeah. And I dropped the blind cap. So this is what separates it from most of the copies, in that it has a aerometric filler. But unlike the Edison one, it's also spring-loaded, so you just push down and it pushes back up. I didn't get the demo because I'm tired of having all the demo Wing Sungs, but if you look up other videos of the 601 in demo, you get to see that's actually not a diaphragm, it's just a piston piece, piston head. So when you push down, drawing up ink, and there's a breather tube, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we can see it through the window. Yeah, there you can see it straight down the middle. So there's a breather tube. I'm gonna try to yeah, there you go. So if we look at it, see, that's the yeah, Christina, I got some of these to try because I hadn't gotten a few like Chinese pens in a while. So I pull out the feed. You can see there's the breathing tube. All in all, way easier to take apart than a standard 51. Huh. Yeah, came together well. I liked all the Wing Songs I've tried, and most of them have had pretty good nibs out of the box. They tend to be dry and fine, but at the very least they write. So yeah, should be fun to play around with. And finally, this is the one that actually has impressed me the most. I did open it up myself earlier, but this is a Pen BBS pen. It's the 309. Yeah, 309. It's a piston filler. And check out this package. First of all, this packaging is like definitely a step above both. It's a generic cardboard box, but wait till you see what's inside. Boom. It's a lovely pen wrap kimono type thing. And this is actually really nice fabric. It's just, it feels well stitched and put together, and there's this little, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's plastic or if it's like some mother of pearl thing, but it's really nice. This is going to be annoying to do one-handed as well. I shit you not, I'm just going to order a yeah, we open it up, and that's the Pen BBS logo. Let's see. Yes, that's it. So Pen BBS is it's like a forum. It's a BBS messaging board in China for pens, and recently they've been making inks and pens, and all the pics I've seen of the pens actually are quite nice, and this is the one I got. It's made of this nice blue flecked acrylic, which is both on the cap, there you go, and on the piston knob, and maybe the section. Yeah, and the section. So this is a really nice pen. This is what I consider part of the new wave of slight pen Chinese pens. So with this material, this pen's about $39, which is more than an Eco, but personally it's more handsome. I mean, I haven't tested this nib yet, so I don't know how well it writes, but it's not the same as most Chinese nibs I've tried. It's not the generic or other Yovo knockoffs. It's their own thing. It kind of reminds me of a Sailor with the way the shoulders just like go down, but it's also different. And yeah, one thing I should mention, the quality of the polishing on both the Moonman and this pen are really, really nice. I think like you get a lot of value for your money. Pen BBS have a bunch of other interesting pens with some really nice acrylics that even have like multiple colors that go even farther up in the price range. They go up to like $50, $60 depending on the materials used. And this is a piston filler. It's not the most refined piston filler I've tried. Here, also straight. So when you twist it, so focus. So the cap extends off the back, but it also pushes the piston down. And it looks like it'll hold a lot of ink. Yeah. So I'll need to measure that, but it's definitely got like a solid, I want to say like 1.5 to 2 mils of ink. And this blue material is pretty nice. I think I'm more intrigued with the Pen BBS pens more than anything else, and might order a couple more to try out and maybe hand out or sell or whatever. The Moonman is an IPG nib. Yeah, it's definitely like some generic stint. So the Pen BBS nib actually has some stamping and flourishing on it. I'll try to get that in. Yeah, you can see there it says Pen BBS since 2005, and it's got an F. The Moonman M2 cost me $11 or $12, which I can't really complain about because that's really cheap, and it's an ultra simple pen. It's just an eyedropper. It even includes the eyedropper. So yeah. Oh, forgot to talk about. No, wait, is that? No, I didn't get a Fude nib. Never mind. I did not get inspired by UJH Urban to get a Fude nib. So I really need to get a tripod because I keep covering the lens and doing stupid things. So I'll ink this up at some point later. Oh yeah, clip on this is also quite solid. Yeah, so that purple desk pen you're talking about, Ashley, who is also known as Cat Pizza 123 on Reddit and a bunch of other places, got a bunch of pens from Japan in the same acrylic. You can, I forgot if she has Instagram or not, but she definitely compares them. This is a really tough clip, actually. Okay, so I'm super impressed with these Pen BBS pens. I think they got their own factory and they're making some pretty quality stuff. They have a pen that's almost an exact copy of the Namisu Ixion, and I can't quite confirm it, but I have heard from someone that they actually make it for Namisu, and I guess that speaks to the quality that Pen BBS is able to put out. So I think I'm gonna get more Pen BBS pens from now on. So those are the 3 China pens. Then I also got this package from Massdrop, which was unexpected. I forgot that it was shipping this soon. But they actually made a Franklin Christoph 3-pen case in this blue lambskin leather, which is really nice and soft. I kind of like this more than whatever leather they're using for their current products. And I don't know, I'm just a sucker for blue leather in general. So yeah, this is gonna see some rotation. This is unfortunately difficult to open one-handed. Yeah, that's it. So the inside's still like this black fabric material, but the outside is this nice blue leather. It's really soft and supple. I like it, and I think it will age quite nicely. And finally, the pièce de résistance of today's unboxings. This is a Parker Duofold Centennial, which is the larger of the Duofold sizes. So there's the Parker Duofold International, and this is the Centennial. And this, I got it off of when Oscar was doing a bunch of sales for a consignment from Burt's. And this is in the vintage style blue marble, but it is a modern Duofold. It has an engraving on the cap, but whatever, doesn't bother me that much. And surprised for a pen that would have been so expensive, clip is kind of flimsy feeling. Like, clip on the Pen BBS is actually way better of a clip. But hey, it's got the arrow, it's, you know, Parker branding. It's an 18 karat gold nib, if I'm not mistaken. It might be 14. 18 karat. Yeah. I've heard many good things about the Duofold nibs. This is actually like my first Parker that isn't a, I don't know, like some of the newer things I've. And yeah, I'm curious to give this one a shot. It is a very nice pen in my rather large hands. Yeah, I don't know. Looking forward to writing with this. I've always been curious about the Duofold, but I haven't found many. And at the Chicago show of Paloma, basically like more interesting Duofolds, and when I thought, hey, this is a good time to jump on the Duofold train. It's a cartridge converter, uses Parker converter. Okay. Tuning in, people. all three of you. And yeah, maybe I'll do more of these later on in the future. Bye.